So very good evening, everyone. I welcome you all to today's session. Today we will discuss about how to clear the HR round. Today's session is on tips to clear HR round of interview. Okay. Uh, no, it's not the that the technical questions are only the important to grab a job or to get a job. Okay. Your HR round questions plays 70% of role in your hiring. And during this year HR round, the company lets company understand about you that what is your attitude towards the work, towards the company, towards the your duties, towards your on life. So they ask many questions to you related to the the HR round. So today we will discuss upon that only. So academic record, sound technical knowledge alone are not sufficient to guarantee a job. Say for example, you are very good on academics, you're you have scored well in your 10th 12th graduation PG, but it's not sufficient to get a job, or it will not lend you a job. Okay, so sound technical knowledge is important to get grab it. It's very important that you have sound technical knowledge, but it's not something that is going to give a job alone. Okay, so every company conducts an HR interview round to judge your personality. What does now every company do rounds or do conduct a HR interview so that they can judge you what exactly you are, what is your personality, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, how you can handle the role, what is your capability in handling any specific role. To check your background, they check your background as well to understand if you are right fit for the job or not. The HR round is generally the last round in the recruitment process of any company. Generally there used to be 3 rounds. First round used to be technical test. Okay, then it comes to technical interview, and finally it comes to HR interview. Okay, and this HR interview plays very vital role while making your selection or rejection in any company. So big jobs usually go to the man who prove their ability to outgrow small ones. Okay, this is one of the proverbs said by any great speaker or great writer. So here are some that so you should follow while appearing for any interview. Okay, first is there is much in the section, but still person is always. We will discuss few points care of during an interview. Okay, what you should that is, don't try to fake yourself. Never try to fake about yourself. Never mention anything what does not belongs to you, because if you will fake anything, then definitely it is going to reveal at some time, at some point of time. Specifically from the HRs, you can hide anything, because HRs do have a different mindset to judge the people's mindset or just the reality. They do have much experience into reality check. They can understand each and everything about anyone by having a discussion for 2 3 4 minutes only. So do not fake any yourself, and be truthful about anything you are speaking about, and try to avoid giving irrelevant answers. Never answer irrelevant. Answer only those questions what you can answer properly. Next comes to dress comfortably. When you are going for an interview, you should dress comfortably, so that, because if you will if you will wear uncomfortable clothes either for look up or show up, that will that uncomfortableness will be seen on your face. So always try to wear comfortable clothes. The comfortable means they should be good inside, they should be good in look. Comfortable is not you wear anything. Okay, it's not about size also, it's not about its colors also. Combination should be made. So you should dress comfortably. So when whatever you are comfortable with, but make sure keep it as simple as possible, but the minimum accessories, but you should have minimum number of accessories with you. First job interview is important stage of the everyone's life, so make sure to reach to the very time. What you should do, for reaching to any HR interview, you should reach on time, because interviewers do judge any person who comes on time as a punctual person. Okay, try to be interactive with the HR manager. What you should do, you should try to be very active with the HR manager, and sound should not be dull, and it should not be too high also, or it should not be a shouting also. Always wear a smile on your face. What you should do? You should always wear a tips for the interview day when you are going for interview. These are some tips for that thing. Okay. And next are the questions you can expect from a HR or during an HR interview. These are some of the questions. First question is introduce yourself or tell me. Although you know that we have discussed about it in our previous sessions. Okay. So we have done some research. We have done some research and prepared set of questions that are most commonly asked in HR interviews. So if you are preparing for HR interviews, you can expect some questions from the below list during the interview. Some of the questions will be definitely asked. First question is this question will be definitely asked to you in any of the interview. Every interviewer will ask you about this question. Okay, so always be prepared, well prepared about this question. Next comes, what are your strengths and weaknesses? Everyone does have some of the strengths and some of the weaknesses as well. So always mention something about yourself that is your weakness, and always mention something that is your strength. And these strengths should match to your job profile. What should be the strength should be matched to your job profile, but your weakness should not match to or should not on your job profile or duties during the duty work. So this is one of the most commonly asked question in an HR interview. This question, do not hesitate to mentioning your strength, but try to mention mentioning weaknesses. Try to present this as a strength or to get prepared for the answer. How do you prepare to overcome this weakness? Okay. Why should you be hired? This is a question that can be asked by interviewer. So for this question, you should be well prepared. You should give relevant answers that these are the things because of which I should be hired by you. Say for example, you can say I'm technically sound. I do have relevant experience required for this profile. I'm a person whose skill sets are matching with the job profile. And next you can say ki my objectives and country objectives are matching up to a level of extent. You can mention such kind of things. How will you manage work pressure? For this question, you should answer well, because in every job nowadays there used to be some work pressure. So how you will handle that work pressure? That's question also should be answered well by you. Next comes, why do you want to join us? This is a very important question, and here you should show something that you should not you should show your willingness to work with any company, and you should have some relevant answers to this question. And you should not show eagerness also. You should not so much excitement also to join any company, or but you should simply show your enthusiasm towards the joining any company. Okay, but very high a level of excitement you should not show, and you should have some relevant answers to say about it, and that depends upon company to company and the job profile you are applying for. What is your salary expectation? So this can be a tricky question if you are a fresher, never ever quit the exact amount that you want on your offer letter. Okay, so you may ask him or her about the hike in the company generally offers to the employee, but do not quote the amount. In this case, what you can say, you can simply say, sir, I'm looking for a salary, but as per the industry requirement, or as per the industry trends, it will be great so that I can manage. I be free on the part of financial management. Okay, I can be free from the free from the side of financials. And next comes, are you comfortable with rotational shifts? So this is most common question asked in the interviews nowadays of the IT companies like TCS, CTS, Wipro, Infosys, etc. Companies do ask such questions because there used to be some night shifts also. And if for this kind of questions, you should always mention that I'm quite comfortable with the rotational shifts also. And if you are a female, if you are not willing to go forth on rotational shifts or night shifts, in that case you can mention it is good if I can be given only the date shifts or any fixed shifts, but I don't have any kind of problem in doing rotational shifts also. Why are you looking for a job change? This is one of the question that is generally asked by the interviewers, and at this point of time you should not mention in this question, you must not mention anything negative about your previous employer. If say for example, if you say my boss is not good, that's why I'm looking for, this is not right answer. If you are mentioning my I'm not getting a good salary over there. This is also not the right answer. Maybe you look for a hike in the salary and your company giving you increment, but in that case also you need to mention it all, because maybe same is in the that company also to which you are applying for. Or if you will source anything negative about, if you will say anything negative about your company, in that case it leaves a bad impression on anyone. Okay, so always mention something positive. You can say something positive about the upcoming role. Like you can say, sir, this company is more suitable to me. This company means the company to in which company you are applying. Okay, you can say that this the job profile over here is more suitable as per my requirements. Company where I can use my skills more better. Or you can say ki, sir, this company is nearby my place. This company is in my hometown. Such kind of things you can mention over there. So these were some of the questions, like introduce yourself, tell me about yourself, what are the strength and weakness questions that you can be asked during an HR interview. Why should you be hired? These are some this is also a question. How you will be manage work pressure. Apart from this, there can be some more questions. How you can help us to employee retention, how you can help us to uh, achieve the goals. Such kind of questions also can be asked to you during an interview. Okay, and you can be asked some questions about your family. You can be asked some questions about your current salary apart from expected salary. So you should mention and exit the salary whatever you are drawing right now. If you will take something, or if you will mention something wrong, in that case you can be caught later on if there will be any kind of verification. So with this, I'll say thanks to you. Thank you everyone for attending this session.